Today we're going to talk about section 10.5. In section 10.5 we are going to look at a bunch of different problems where we are talking about buying a house with a mortgage. So in this section we'll discuss the many financial obligations that must be met prior to obtaining a home loan, as well as the obligations that must be met after you obtain the loan. So as we did with previous sections, before we get started on some examples, we're going to go through and talk about some vocabulary. Right, so a homeowner's mortgage is a long-term installment loan in which the property is pledged as security for payment of the difference between the down payment and the sale price. So as we've looked at in the previous section, we're looking at a long-term installment loan. And so we're going to use actually some of the same formulas that we did in the last section as well. Right? A conventional loan the interest rate is fixed for the duration of the loan. Right? An adjustable rate loan right, or a variable rate loan, the interest rate may change every period as specified in the loan. And then points, this is something that we'll see come up in a couple of problems. Points are special interest prepaid by the buyer and may be used to reduce the stated interest rate rate that the lender charges. 1 point is equal to 1% of the loan amount. Lending institutions may require the buyer to pay points for a loan at the time of the closing on the house. So we won't see this again in all of the problems, but we will see it come up in a few. So it's extra interest prepaid by the buyer. Okay, other types of mortgages, which we're not going to get into, FHA mortgage, VA mortgage, graduated payment mortgage, balloon payment mortgage, home equity loans. So there's a lot of different things that we can look at. We're just going to kind of keep it simple in this section, as simple as we possibly can. It is still something that has a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces, but we're going to focus just on kind of one basic type of mortgage rather than some of these different specialized types of mortgages.